Here is my badass wave. Hi, everybody. I know it's Tuesday morning, and I just had some things to say this morning before I head off to the office. How are you? What is today? The 25th. Oh, it's the 25th of February. It's my mom's birthday. How could I forget? I already talked to her. I've already posted happy birthday, and we have plans for later. So if you want to say happy birthday to my mom, you can put it in the comments. I don't know if she'll watch it, though, because she's kind of busy today with my dad. So I had a couple of things to share that are sort of fun. First of all, trust is my word for the year. And I've really struggled with trust all of my life. And in fact, I had some conversations with some other ladies around my age who also have issues with trust. It's hard to trust people. It's hard to trust relationships. As you get older, you start to realize that not everybody is trustworthy. But here's my thing about trust today. It's about the Mustang again. Okay, so yesterday was Mustang Monday, and I actually had a day scheduled with my marketing guru, my busy bee marketing girl, Brooke Lewis, to do a new photo shoot, and with the Mustang and everything. And guess what? It wouldn't start. So I had to go to my Rotary Club and complain that the Mustang wasn't starting again. I do not know why, but it's really playing on my head that I cannot trust the Mustang to start up when I need it to start. And so I'm still working on it. And I know all of you people are saying, just get a mechanic to come look at it. Well, the thing is I have a couple of son-in-laws who are perfectly capable of looking at the car, but I think they're frustrated too because they don't have the diagnostic tools to figure out why this battery keeps draining, and it's wreaking havoc on my trust ability with the car. So I just wanted to kind of whine about it. It's right now sitting in my driveway because we had to push it out of the garage to try to jump start it. It wouldn't jump start. And then we had to push it back up into the driveway. And I don't have time to deal with it today because I got to go be a psychotherapist all day long. So tomorrow we're going to try it again. And I might just do a live video about trying to get the car started. And maybe some of you guys out there will say, this is what the problem is, because it's 14 years old now and the battery always drains. I don't know why. And I just drove it less than a week ago. So why did it drain again? But that was my dilemma yesterday. And I want to thank my good friend Steve Nicholson from Rotary, who was willing to send over one of his own mechanics to look at it. And I thought I had it under control, and then it got dark, and then I just decided I'll check with him later. So that's me and my big whine about that. But I did want to talk about your word for the year also. So stick around really quick. Nostalgia is such a mood booster. And I talk about this a lot in my workshops, my badass workshops, that, music is the soundtrack of your life. And to have a badass life, you've got to have your badass soundtrack ready to go so that it can build your confidence, give you that mindset shift that you need, some positive energy, whatever it is. So I've been talking a lot about how nostalgia is a mood booster. It's actually really good for your health. A lot of people don't live in the past. Well, of course I don't live there. It's okay to visit, though. So I've been visiting the past, mainly just because of my dad and our work in broadcasting. And not too long ago, I found that I had some old videos on VHS, and I bought this little gadget that helps me to transfer VHS onto my computer, digital. A little challenge with it is that you have to deal with like the syncing of the audio and the video. It's just, thank God I have some editing skills. But then my dad, I did a little project for him, and I uploaded a video that he had done years ago of the building that he built for our radio station, which is a 6,600 square foot facility. At the time was state of the art. He had this video of this whole tour that he did narrating, and I was able to get it digitized and put it on my YouTube channel and show it to him. So he was really excited about that. And you got to think about how, this is an 82-year-old man who's slowing down and literally has essentially retired. Not really. We still do a little work together, but not much. But to see his creation on video after so many years was thrilling for him. So he went home and dug up some other archival stuff for me, and he brought them to me over the weekend, and so it was really fun. So look at this. This is an old cassette recorder. This is broadcast quality that we used to carry around to go and interview people in the community. I use this recorder myself. I can't even tell you how many times when I was a teenager, to go and do public service announcement recordings or public affairs shows. If I had to go and visit, be remote and go visit somebody in the community, and the VU meters and everything else. And then then we had a bigger one. They're still dusty, guys. I haven't even cleaned them. Here's another one. It's like, these are ancient, I know, but the technology back then, this was fantastic. I mean, look at this, is huge compared to what we could be using now, right? So, but this is part of nostalgia, because why would my dad have kept this equipment that we used so many years ago? Well, part of what happened was he had these VHS tapes also. And I didn't construct them, but I was part of it. He built several radio stations over the course of, his career. And so we had these video cassettes of the KVVQ AM tower site installed, and a remote that we did in June, which was the Q Crew debut, which is my dance company. And then KVVQ going on the air in February of 1990. So that's 30 years ago that this station went on the air, and he just found he dug them up, these out of his archives, and gave them to me and asked me, okay, let's work on this. And so I've been trying to digitize them, and there's little challenges here and there because it's old audio and video, and but I'm having a fun time already working on the nostalgia. So the nostalgia is like, we're not living in our past, but I got news for you. It's like really improving my dad's mood and mindset. Suddenly he's got this new project that he gets to work on. My mom was kind of complaining he doesn't sleep very well, so he's always on the computer doing something. He needs a new hobby, so we created one because I find editing video very therapeutic and meaningful. But the project has to be meaningful too, right? I'm just not creating random stuff. So for my dad to give me this, and it's our family history, and it's his legacy, and we have it preserved. I can't guarantee you this, but I have never seen a person who built a radio station actually document every single bit of it. And then when the station goes on the air, because he was not only the engineer, but also the owner and previously was a cameraman. So my dad is a documentarian, I guess, or whatever you say, and he wanted to document this project, and it was a huge project on 40 acres, 4 towers, right off the freeway on Interstate 15. If you're on your way to Vegas from anywhere from Los Angeles and you're on Interstate 15, you can see my dad's towers still on the what is that, the east side going northbound in Hesperia. And so we have video of the actual construction of that tower site being built, and then the debut of which was my dad's 3rd radio station that he built. He built 3 of them within a 5-year period, and then there was a couple others that came later. But this is the only one that he actually documented the entire project. And I posted some pictures and a little bit of a story in a Facebook group yesterday, and asked, hey, would you guys be interested in an update on the video project? And it was like unanimously, it was the comments and everything were just so fun. And so yes, nostalgia is a good thing. So I wanted to talk to you about a little bit about, go into your memories, your history, and stir up some nostalgia. Feel good. The reason why is because, first of all, it's triggering the brain chemistry, which is positive emotions, which is going to make you feel good. If you're really tapping into those happy, warm memories, it's like a lot of times we spend way too much time focusing on our failures and the past and the mistakes that we made. I want you to flip the format. All right, flip the format. Think about some fun times this week that you've had in the past. It could be 30 years ago, it could be 50 years ago, it could be last year. I don't care. But do some nostalgic work today, and watch how your mood improves. And when you see how successful you were in the past, and you realize, I can do something like this again, I can succeed again. You may have had a bunch of failures between then and now, but the thing is that you've done it before and it felt good, and you could do it again, and you could probably get the help that you need to do whatever it is that you're trying to accomplish. Okay, word for the year. I did promise I was going to keep these videos short this year, and I do got to get to work. So I've complained about the Mustang. I told you about my new passion project. I don't know how much of it I will share with you, but as I get it up on YouTube and stuff like that, my dad's going to be working on it with me, and I think that's the biggest thrill for me right now, is I have a project to work on with my dad. That's it's really a passion project. It's my dad's kind of swan song in a way, because it's going to take us a while to put all this footage together and make it make sense and tell his story about this career broadcast engineer who started out in Los Angeles in the heyday of radio, and then went on to build his own radio stations. And then now we help radio and TV stations stay compliant with FCC, with their FCC regulations, which is really cool. It's a really cool career for my dad. Anyway, so I'm going to play like a little Mad Libs for you. Word Mad Libs. You guys, there's so many people who have given me their words for the year, and I'm gonna pull up my list here. Word. So you've got to be intentional with your word. So here's your update. Remember, it's a word for the year. I'm not going to do posts every single week on your word, but I will give you hints or tips every single time, because this is a long process. It's a whole year long. It's not a 1 month thing or a 30-day thing or a boot camp. We're in this for the long game. Okay, I'm in this for the long game with you. So this is my 5th year, and my word this year is trust. And when you start working on your word, you also have to remember the positive is going to come at you, but the negative is also going to come at you. And I talk a lot about my car because it's the most complicated relationship I have. It really is. And so I don't trust my car, but I love my car, and I won't give up my car. So that's an easy metaphor that I can use, or analogy for the whole year, is the trust for my car. The other things will happen later on, but for right now, it's just funny because I don't trust the Mustang ever to start, and that's a big issue for me. So here's some of the words: discipline, peace, joy, grow, intent, forward, gratitude, action, determined, elevate, impact, truth, legacy, hope, intensity, compassion, best, reinvent, slay, heart, create, authentic, appreciate, perseverance, inspire, journey, consistent, transparent, fearless, strong, balance, stillness, resilient, tenacity. All right, these are great words. So here's what I want you to do. I want you to write 3 reasons why this word is meaningful for you in 2020. Your word. 3 reasons why it's meaningful. Okay? And then write these on separate Post-it notes, or put reminders in your phone about why this word is important to you. Your word, not my word. I just read off the list. Your word. Make sure you have notes somewhere. How I do it is I journal almost every day. So usually at the top of the date of the day that I'm going to write, I'll write my word this year is. And then everything I write or anything I think about, how can I apply that particular word to my day? Okay, this isn't about your whole life. This is just, think about it for the day. All right, so for example, let's just use one of your words, okay? Impact. That's a good one. So separate it. Why do you want to make an impact? And what kind of impact do you want to make on others today? But then flipping that, what kind of impact are you going to allow others to make on you? Okay? So you see how I mean? It's like every single day, consider your word and put it out there in the universe. And the only way that you're going to remember to do it all the time is you've got to set some reminders. So what is your best way to remember stuff? Do you make a to-do list in your phone? That's mine. I do a to-do list in my phone, and I journal every day. So those are the 2 places where I check every single day. Where are yours? It's like, yeah, your email. So maybe you could email yourself randomly. I don't know. Maybe Post-it notes. I do Post-it notes. Sure, I do, so that I have reminders. But you can oftentimes lose track of even looking at the Post-it note if you don't move it around, right? You're going to be like, oh yeah, I forgot. It's there. So every time you see or hear your word, I want you to pay attention. Okay, so this is the second thing. One of them, write it down, put it somewhere, and consider each day when you start the day how that word you're going to apply that particular word. Because remember, the word is a mindset. It's an attitude. It's something inspirational for you, right? So how are you going to apply the word to your life today, your activities? And then it'll grow. Also, every time you see or hear your word, pay attention. This is mindfulness. All right, so practice some mindfulness. If somebody says your word, like I just did, pay attention. What is going on with you right then and there that you've heard that word? Pay attention. Notice what you were thinking about. And then utilize your 5 senses. Stop, see, focus, use, hear. Even if you're tasting, if you're drinking something, it's like it'll embed it into your brain, the memory of what you were doing when you heard that word, and you'll be able to focus on, okay, how is it impacting me? Was it a negative response, or was it a positive one? You guys, this This is basics of positive psychology and cognitive behavioral therapy that I'm teaching you, but we're doing it in a really fun way. So today, your word, I want you to do just 3 reasons why this word is meaningful for you. If you want to put it in the comments, I would welcome it, but I don't expect you to expose all of your personal journey in comments on Facebook. But I do appreciate that you're here and that you're paying attention. The thing is that I love it when you guys, you approach me in person and say, I watch your videos and I really like them. And I totally appreciate that. I don't expect you to like them. But those of you who have approached me and told me that you watch my videos and you don't like them, I'm speaking to you. Thank you. I really appreciate you. So if you want to give me a like later, cool. All right. So, okay. So here's what it is. And then another day I'm going to do another, we're going to write a story. We're going to write a story together. But today you don't have to comment. I just want you to write 3 reasons why your word is important to you. If you want to send it to me in a private message, if you want to have the dialogue with me, I would welcome it. I don't know how responsive I can be today because I'll be in therapy, but I will respond to you. Or if you want to write it in the comments, why is your word so important to you? What is your word and why? Is it important for you in 2020? What do you need to do? And then remember your word and think about it. When you hear your word, stop what you're doing. Be mindful. Pay attention. Why is that word just brought up into your life? We pay more attention when we're looking for something. You know, like for example, when you want to buy a car and you've picked a certain car, you see it all the time on the road. It's a psychological phenomenon. So today I want you to pay attention when you hear your word. Okay. And then think of 3 reasons why it's important to you. All right, you guys, I'm Kelly Orchard. Thank you for joining me. I went a little longer than I expected. Sorry, but thanks for joining me. Some nostalgic projects I'm working on. I'm having a hard time speaking with my dad. So I'll be posting updates on that as well because it's going to be a lot of fun. And you guys have a wonderful Tuesday. Say happy birthday to my mom if you see her. And I am Kelly Orchard, the Badass Certifier, reminding you to be bold, be brave, be confident, be badass.